All right, so I consulted with a master beekeeper about my bee die-off, and when I described what I saw inside the hive, he brought up something that I hadn't thought of, and so I just wanted to show you what he pointed out. This is one of the frames from the lower deep body, and if you notice here, what we have is a lot of bees clustered around here that are dead, but if you look very closely, these are bees with their abdomens pointing out, and they're buried down deep in these combs. Now, you might think, well, those are new bees that were born. Well, not so. When bees are born in a cell, they are facing head out. So what these bees were possibly doing was looking for food. And according to that master beekeeper, they starved because they did not have the sense or the inclination to come up higher up out of this hive and travel up to where the honey was. They stayed down in this lower deep body, and maybe because it was too cold up here or something, and so they just basically did not travel up high enough to reach the food. Every one of these frames, it's the same story. You've got bees clustered here, and just underneath, you've got bees buried deep down in those cells. So that's a sign of that's a sign of starvation. That's a sign of them looking for food. So, and there's nothing that really I could have done other than maybe to put in something called a candy board, which is like, instead of honey on the top of the hive, would be like a board filled with candy or sugar for them to get up to. Maybe that would have been better. Maybe that would have given them less room to have to, or less distance to travel to get to food. I don't know. But basically, it always pays when you're doing a hobby like this to find somebody who's more experienced than you, and to, if you can get a hold of a master beekeeper, that's even better. I happen to live very nearby one, so it's just great to have that access. But I am definitely going to try again. If I can get my hands on some bees, I have decided I will try to do it. So we'll see what happens. But basically, these poor little guys starved to death because they just couldn't find their food. Sorry, guys.